Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Rakah, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth. Salutations to the brothers that push this truth to the four corners, week in, week out. That sees the brothers that sees the prophecies from afar off and warn the people. To the brothers and sisters that believe and listen to this truth in sincerity, it's a shalom. To the house of David, which by default is the kingdom of heaven, the Bayat Yawada, 144,000, the Lord's men. It's a shalom. It's his brother Daniela on Trinidad camp. I'm bringing a short video. Well, I will see how far this video goes, how lengthy it will be. Hopefully it's edified. Right? I'm doing a video on this guy here, Charleston White. Now of lately, Charleston White has been saying things which are factual, which are according to the scriptures. But we don't really know his stance on the scriptures, because one minute he's speaking against the Bible, next minute he's quoting the Bible. So he's a guy that he rides the fence a lot. You don't know which side he really on. But of lately, he brings out a lot of facts, a lot of truth. And this video is not really about Charleston White. It's not really about him, but it's about his message, right? Which is about having more than one wife, right? Which we call it polygamy, okay? Now, polygamy is a thing. It's biblical. What he's saying actually is biblical, is scriptural. So I'm going to show you in the scriptures that polygamy it is scriptural. It is allowed by the Heavenly Father, because there's no law against it. And where there's no law, according to Romans, where there's no law, there's no sin, right? Because sin is the transgression of the law, okay? So if there's no law against it, there's no sin. So the Lord never had a problem with men having more than one wife. I'll show you that, and I'll go as far as to show you men were allowed to marry their cousins. Now, in this world that we live in, it would be something cliche, it would be called what's the name that they give it at this time, I'll get back to that. I'll just forget the name of the word they use, right? The word is incest. Yeah, incest. They use the word incest when you lie with your cousins, right? But I'll show you in the scriptures where there's no law against it. There are laws against laying with certain women in your family, but there's no law against your cousins. Now, this is something that brothers don't usually teach. They don't teach it because it really not also polygamy. We don't teach it much, but it is biblical. It is true. It's not expedient to really teach that. Also, laying with your cousin, it's not expedient to really teach it. We don't teach it, but it is there in the scriptures. It is biblical. So what I'm going to do is bring it out. I'm going to bring all the scriptures and show you that there's no law against it, right? And I'm going to show you what Charleston White is really saying is factual, right? So I'm going to play a little bit of what he's saying here, and then I'm going to read at least two scriptures and show you, it's biblical, right? To prove that it's biblical. So let me go into the video, raise up the volume here, and listen to what he has to say, because And remember, I told you a lot of times he brings out a lot of facts, you know, which is scriptural, it's factual, you know. So let me go ahead into the video.
Read history and you study history and you understand history. Every great man before us had 300 wives and 200 concubines. What's concubine? Hoes on the side bitches.
Really?
Yeah. In every other country on earth, no other man is shamed for having multiple women except in Europe and in America. This is a European Western concept for a man to be with one woman.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And they're bringing these little faces. I like how they do the video. You know, they're bringing these little faces like he talking madness. Like what? You know, what are you talking about? But you know, let's cut in the video real short. I just want to say that what he's saying is factual. It is a Eastern. It is a Western. It is a Western. What you would say? It is a westernized thing to have one wife. The Eastern culture, men always have more than one wife, right? You know, that is facts. That is true. You know, in some countries that are not joined to America, you know, as he said, a lot of people in this world they've been Americanized, right? You know, so that Western way of life, a lot of people, a lot of countries, they don't live that life. That Western culture, you know, they don't live that. Certain countries, you if you go to certain countries and you say you have one wife, men will literally laugh at you, because that is not the way. In the real world, men has more than one wife. Why? The simple reason because the population on the earth, there's more women than men, right? The population 10 years ago it probably about 10-1, right? Now it numbers it probably increase. It probably about 15 women to 1 in this time here, right? So that is just one reason why, you know, it is biblical also, you know. And when you go to these countries that not joined to America, because America has westernized most of the world. I wouldn't say most of the world, but part of the world, America has westernized, right? A lot of people don't follow America, you know. And I continue.
A man don't cheat because the woman. It ain't nothing a woman does or don't do that causes a man to cheat. A man cheat because it's in his nature to do it. He's really like a dog. Seriously. Only in the Western world. Cheating is a European concept. So all of us was born in America with white people minds. The queen just want one man. So all of these American women have a concept of being a queen.
That's right. The world have been Americanized.
So that's why
the world have been Americanized with the thinking that a man should only have one one wife, one woman, right? But you know, and they would use Adam and Eve, but really and truly you don't understand the concept of Adam and Eve and the story. You believe that one person populated the earth and all that, and he only had one woman, and that teaching is a westernized teaching. You know what I mean? A lot of people, you don't understand what, but we get into that another time, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go into the scriptures and prove what I just said, you know what I mean? About about the cousins having your wife as a cousin also. Because how did Jacob had two wives. Jacob had two wives and those two sisters he I would say he took on two sisters, you know, and not only that he had two wives, he it was his it was his cousins, right? And we were going to prove that. We were going to read. I read Genesis from 29, Genesis 29 and 10. I'll start from 9. I'll start from 9. Speak with them, Rachel came with his father. Okay, good. This is Genesis 29 and 9. And while he yet spake with them, Rachel came up with her father's sheep, for she kept them. And it came to pass that when Jacob saw Rachel, now remember Jacob is the father of the Israelites. His name was changed into Israel, right? And that's how the Israelites came about through his unity with the two, with his two cousins. Always remember that, right? And it came to pass when Jacob saw Rachel, the daughter of Laban, his mother's brother, right? So that was his cousin, and the sheep of Laban, his mother's brother, that Jacob went near and rolled a stone from the well's mouth and watered the flock of Laban, his mother's brother. Right? So Laban was his uncle, okay? And Jacob kissed Rachel and lifted up his voice and wept. And Jacob told Rachel that he was his father's brother, his uncle, right? And that he was Rebekah's son. And she ran and told her father. And it came to pass when Laban heard the tidings of Jacob's sister's son, his auntie, right? And he ran to meet him and embraced him and kissed him and brought him to his house as his nephew. And he told Laban all these things. And Laban said to him, surely thou art my bone and my flesh. You see, he was stating that he's from his family. And it's the same thing with Adam and Eve. The story of Adam and Eve, when they said the bone, Eve came from the rib of Adam. It was really a close family of Adam. Which was what? Right? But we will go into that story another day. I'll do a video on it and show you what that rib that the Lord took from Adam, what it was really about. Right? It says here, surely thou art my bone and my flesh. And he abode with him the space of a month. And Laban said unto Jacob, because thou art my brother, shouldest thou therefore serve me for naught? Tell me, what shall thy wage be? So he say because it's my family, you know, you should work for me. And what is your want? What is your want for payment, right? And Laban had two daughters. That was his uncle, right? He had two daughters. Named what? The elder was named Leah, and the name of the younger was Rachel, right? Leah was tender-eyed, and Rachel was beautiful and well favored, right? And Jacob loved who? Rachel. That was his cousin, as his uncle. And hear what you will hear what his uncle said. And said, I will serve thee 7 years. So he worked 7 years to get Rachel's hand. in marriage, right? That was his cousin. For Rachel, thy younger daughter, I was a younger daughter, and Laban said, it is better that I give her to thee. It is better that I give my daughter to you than that I should give her to any other man. Abide with me. You understand? He said, better I give my daughter to you than any other man outside of the family. You understand? You see, a cousin is really a distant family, but it's not a law that you can't have your cousin. You see? And Jacob served 7 years for Rachel, and they seemed unto him but a few days, for the love he had to her. And Jacob said unto Laban, his uncle, right, give me my wife, for my days are fulfilled, that I may go unto her. And Laban gathered together all the men of the place and made a feast. Right, that is for the wedding. And it came to pass in the evening that he took Leah, his daughter, and brought her to him, and he went in unto her. Right? So I'm gonna read it right down, but later on he married the other sister, because it's really she he wanted. So it's two cousins he married, right? For those that don't know. Right, now we're going to go into, now I'm going and show you the law where it was okay. But it is okay. There's no law. I'm going to show you there's no law against marrying your cousins, right? Your father's brother, daughter, or your father's sister, right? I'm going to show you the law. Like start by Leviticus 18. Leviticus now shows you who you could live with and who you shouldn't interfere with. Right? Leviticus 18:3. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, now remember, this is the laws that the Lord gave to Moses to give to the people. Right? So this is some of the laws that Moses gave to them, because they went into the land of Canaan. And the land of Canaan, a lot of we'll say there was a lot of breaking the law was taking part in Canaan, right? Incest and all these things, right? So they gave them laws of who they can live with and who not to live with, right? The Lord, shall he not do, so like I read it from 3 again, after the doings of the land of Egypt wherein he dwelt, shall he not do, and after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do, neither shall ye walk in the ordinances. Right? So don't follow the ordinances of Canaan. You're in the land of Canaan, but don't do what the Canaanite did. Ye shall do my judgments and keep my ordinances to walk therein. I am Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, your power, right? Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, which if a man do, he shall live in them. I am Yahweh, I am your power. None of you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him. Right? You're going into, you're not supposed to go into any of your family that is near of kin, right? Your cousins is not near of kin. Well, let me go on and I'll show you all. None of you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him to uncover their nakedness. I am Yahweh, your power. The nakedness of thy father, or the nakedness of thy mother, right, shall thou not uncover. Right, your mother and your father definitely not supposed to. That is a no-no. She is thy mother, thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. Right? The nakedness of thy father's wife shall thou not uncover. It is forbidden to interfere with your father's wife, right? And what we see going on today, that rampant today, right? And there's an order that the Most High gave not to do. But a lot of people into that folly, right? It is thy father's nakedness, right? The nakedness of thy sister, the daughter of thy father, or daughter of thy mother, whether she be the daughter of you're not supposed, that is a sister, you understand? She be born at home or born abroad, meaning like she have the same mother or she have a different mother with you. Is your father's daughter. You're not supposed to interfere with her. Understand? Whether she be born at home or born abroad, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover. Don't interfere with your sisters, right? The nakedness of thy son's daughter, your son's daughter, you're not supposed to touch, nor of thy daughter's daughter. You're not supposed to interfere. Like all them things is incest. Even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover, for theirs is thine own nakedness. The nakedness of thy father's wife, daughter. You're not supposed to interfere with your father's wife. If it's another woman he has, and she has a daughter, you're not supposed to. That is forbidden to do that. Begotten of thy father's, she is thy sister. She is your sister. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's sister. She is thy father's near kinswoman. Hear that? Your father's sister is your auntie. You're not supposed to interfere with your auntie. That is wrong. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy mother's sister, your auntie, for she is thy mother's near kinswoman. 14. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's brother. Thou shalt not approach to his wife. She is thy aunt. See? 15. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy daughters-in-law. Is what? Your son's or your daughter, husband or wife, right? She is thy son's wife, your daughter-in-law. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. You shouldn't have sex with you. You shouldn't be interfering with your children's wife or daughter or husband. That is against the law. Thou shalt not uncover. Now, remember, we read it now, right? We ain't seeing it. There's no such thing as shouldn't touch your brother's, your father's brother's daughter. Let's go down. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy brother's wife. It is thy brother's nakedness. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter. You shouldn't meet a woman and be having sex with her daughter. Right? Neither shalt thou take her son's daughter, on her daughter's or her daughter's daughter, to uncover her nakedness, for they are her near kinswoman. It is wickedness. Understand? 18. Neither thou shalt take a wife to her sister to vex her, to uncover her nakedness, besides the other in her lifetime. Also thou shalt not approach unto a woman to uncover her nakedness, as long as she is put apart for uncleanness. Understand? When she having her periods. Right? 20. Moreover, thou shalt not lie carnally with thy neighbor's wife. Your brethren have a wife, you're not supposed to lie with her, to defile thyself with her. Yeah, because he already defiled her by putting himself in her. You're not supposed to interfere with your brethren's wife. Right? And that going on rampant today. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire, your children. Right? Now when you read on down, it have no such law against lying with your cousins, your father's brother, daughter, or son. Being whether he is a man or a woman, that's what you understand. So there's no Lord, which is why Jacob was able to get the hand of his uncle's daughter, and not only just one daughter, the both of them. He ended up working for the both of them. So he worked 14 years, so 7 years by 7 years, right? When you read on down, so it's not against the law, right? So the whole point is, men can have more than one wife. And not only that, I just went a little deeper into it to show you that there's no law against having your cousins as your wife. Okay? Now, in this world, it doesn't really, they tell you it's incest, but you're not committing any acts against the father by having your cousins. You're just not supposed to touch anybody in your family, or your distant family like your cousins you could have. But this world is kind of cliche. They look at it as incest, but it's really not. You're not committing any sin against you're not breaking any of the Heavenly Father's law, So hopefully this lesson was edifying. And hopefully it was edifying. Until next lesson, let's say Shalom to the elect, double honors to the apostle and elders again, who taught us this truth. Salutations to the brothers that push this truth to the four corners, week in, week out, that sees the prophecies from afar off and warn the people, the men and women that believe and follow this truth in sincerity, to the house of David, which by default is the kingdom of heaven, the 144,000, the Bayat Yawada. So until next lesson, say